Got all these planted, ready to go. Now we're going to, we got some more here. I got all the containers together, ready to go. I got my potting soil in there. And today, we're going to plant broccoli. We're going to do 4 plants of broccoli. We're going to do 2 plants of French marigolds, 2 yellow pear tomatoes. These are the seeds that I've been saving for the last couple of years. They've done really, really good. And then we're going to do Cherokee purple tomato in this one here. And then we're going to do 1 plant, like I said, in each one. The French marigolds will kind of mix up. The yellow pear, we're going to put a couple seeds and maybe get 2 or 3 plants that'll start out. And then we'll kind of weed them out from there. And the broccoli, we're gonna go with 1 plant, but we'll throw a couple seeds again, and then we'll just thin them out as they come out. But here these are really tiny seeds. Woo! Look how small those are. And this is broccoli Waltham. And we're just gonna put a couple of the seeds in the middle here. They're really tiny. We're gonna put like 3 or 4 in there. That way, just in case. I've had good germination with all my seeds that I've gotten and all the seeds that I've saved and everything. So I'm not really worried, but hey, what the heck. We got lots of seeds. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna kind of push them down in there just a tad bit. Real lightly, not too deep. Maybe about 1/4 inch. And what I usually do is, rather than come in here with a big old water can trying to water these things, I'm either going to spray them from above with my little spray bottle here I have, and then I'll deep water them. I'll put some water inside these trays and then let them water from the bottom once we get some good plants. But for now, they should be pretty good. Now the French marigolds, on the other hand, I don't know if you've ever really taken a good look at these seeds, and for all you new gardeners out there, those are some big seeds there. So we're going to need to put a little indentation down in the soil there. And I have a scoop here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little indentation just to plant these, since the seeds are quite large. And again, with these, I usually plant these every season. They're beautiful and they look great out in the garden. Give it a little orange out there. So I'm going to put about 6 or 8 seeds in there, just a little pinch. We'll just drop them down in there. We'll have some good ones, and then we're going to put these leftovers back in here. And then what we'll do there is we'll just lightly cover them up, because we're going to spray them down after we get everything. My potting soil is already a little bit moist, as I mixed it in a bucket and then I added some water in there so it's nice and moist. So we'll just spray the tops down and get it nice and wet. Now we're going to do the yellow pear. Now these aren't the ones that I've saved. These are actually from the seed swap that's coming up real soon. And that's a great place to get yourself some seeds. You know, that's where I first started out with some of my seeds, is at the seed swap. And that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I've just been saving them, but we're gonna go ahead and use some of these up. And these are really tiny as well. And we're just gonna take and put, we'll say about 4 or 5 seeds. We're just going to plop them, kind of spread them out just a little bit in the middle. A few more there. Maybe a couple more. All right, so those are all good. Like I said, you know, I'm not spreading them all out. I'm just going to put them right in the middle so that way I can pick out one of the best ones. And you don't want to pull them out. You know, they're going to be a lot of seeds together, and there'll be a lot of sprouts. So you don't want to pull them out. What I do is I take a pair of little snippers and I just go in there and snip the little thing, and I just keep the ones that I want. So we're going to just push them down in there just a little tiny bit. Same here. I just use my little finger and it usually works pretty good. And then here, I got these seeds from Ohio Heirloom Seeds in Columbus, Ohio. And this is Cherokee Purple. And these are tomatoes. We're gonna give it a try here with tomatoes here for a late fall crop. It doesn't get that cold here, and we may have a few days that are gonna freeze, but for the most part, I'll just take a sheet, kind of keep all the tomatoes in a pretty central location, and then I just go to Walmart, grab a couple cheap white sheets, and use those to throw over top of them. They should be just fine. I don't predict we're going to be having snow in the desert. Although we did a couple years ago. We had a very quick dusting on New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, actually. Alright, so we put just a couple seeds down in there. These will be all finished up here. We'll move them over because we're going to gently spray these down and wet these seeds real good. And beautiful. Should be perfect. So I just use a little spray thing. Spray it real seriously in the center where you planted those seeds in there. Like I said, my soil was already a little bit damp, but we want to make sure those seeds get plenty of water. And then throughout the days, we'll just come in here and we'll just spray, keep the soil nice and moist. And then as they start growing, we'll continue to spray them, because I like to spray the leaves just a little bit. You give them a little mist, it's kind of nice. They like it. And then I usually water, like I got these 2 trays. I got the top ones at Home Depot. They're real cheap, but they're good. They're sturdy. And then the other ones I just got on Amazon. You can get like 10 of them, and it just keeps it so it's waterproof. And it's so much better to water things from like not necessarily, well, yeah, irrigation, but from the bottom up instead of from the top. You can spray it from the top, but you also can deal with a lot of bugs and stuff like that. But once in a while I'll spray the leaves and stuff, but for the most part I kind of stick to the deep root watering. Of course, out here in Arizona you have to. Now I do have misters out in the garden, once in a while. Maybe once a week or a little bit more, maybe every week and a half, I'll take the garden hose and give things a rinse down. Okay, so we're all done with this one. We're going to get ready and start a next one.
This video a like if you want to see more like it. Subscribe to keep up with the garden. Comment down below if you have any questions or requests. You can find all the ways to connect in the description box, including lavgar.com, where you can buy seeds or view blog posts, and at Lavier's Urban Garden on Facebook, which is where new content is previewed. Until next time, happy gardening!